मैं बस तो से फ्री हिट से हुआ हूँ। अब मैं आपको पाकिस्तान श्रीलंका का मैच, श्रीलंका ने पहले ओपन किया, टॉस तो पहले पाकिस्तान जीता था, तो श्रीलंका ने ओपन किया है। तो श्रीलंका ने ऑल टीम माउंट ऑन का 129 का 55 टारगेट किया है। तो अब हम पाकिस्तान सैम अयूब और फ्रांस साहब ज़्यादा खेल रहे हैं, मैं आपको उनकी बैटिंग दिखाता हूँ। बैक टू बैट 6।
Previous one pitched up, forced Tushar to bowl back of a length. A great response from Farhan. 24 of 10. He's already got 18 runs in the over. Tushar has gone for 30. One ball to go. It's a massive over. 19 runs of him. 40 without loss of just 3 overs.
कुछ नहीं करना। जल्दी जल्दी आओ भाई, सब्सक्राइब कितने हो चैनल मेरा भाई। 3 ओवर 40 स्कोर हो गए हैं। साहबजादा फरहान ने 25 बनाए हैं और सैम यूब ने बनाई ठहरे हैं। सैम यूब 14-7 गेंदों पर और यहाँ के गेंदों पर सैमजादा ने बनाए हैं 25 स्कोर। 3 ओवर 40 श्रीलंका के यहाँ एक आउट था, 13 स्कोर थे इस जगह पर। इंशाल्लाह पाकिस्तान मैच जीतेगा।
So far in the power play, has only seen half of the power play of him, and he smashed it all past the best of them. Straight 6 to the sunscreen, and the last one a pick up on the leg side, and some frustration. Sri Lankan perspective at the moment, they need to take wickets. This is nice things and continuing. It's not Chamira, it's Dinkshana who's bowling. Chamira hopefully should come on for the next over. Not at the moment. We talked about it. We were hoping he'd get involved in this power play. They're holding him back here.
मैं क्यों कहीं रस्ता क्या नहीं
मुझे याद भूल गया था।
मैं देखता मेरे ना
वो शीट कहाँ पड़ी है?
मैं क्या बता। चौका सैम यूब ने दूसरा चौका लगा दिया। लवी लवी शॉट चौका।
Pakistan batters seem to find no terrors on the surface. Sri Lanka struggled. In fairness, we did see a few balls getting stuck in the pitch. Some of them stopping.
नौ पर था सैम यूब के 2 चौकों की मदद से।
I haven't seen anything in terms of challenging the batters so far in the first 4 overs. You put it down to good batting or just ordinary bowling? I think Sri Lanka disappointed. Bats so well, haven't bowled well either so far. Pakistan have 3 sixes already in this power play.
It's been dominating so far by Pakistan. And it's smart. They've been picking their spots. Aggressive batting. It's not just been hitting sixes and fours. They blended it well with those singles and twos as well.
They've got a good understanding. Obviously, it helps to have right left-handers at the top of the order. Shamik has been chatted a lot to his bowlers in this power play. You don't want to have to do that too much. It's really tough work trying to keep up with this onslaught from Pakistan early on.
Last ball of the over. Well, they've got 7 with that single of the last ball. 4 overs done. Almost 12 runs and over for Pakistan. 47 without loss.
पाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले फायदे पे फायदा दे
बोलो मोबाइल ले आओ जो उठो
बिस्तर गरम कर रही थी
और जो चीज़ खानी वो लेते आना
तो कहूँगी अपने पैसे दे
मुझे मैं क्या पैसे ना हमारे में नहीं है पैसे जब जो चीज़ लेनी खाती
As many as possible while the power play is on. 2 more overs.
इन्हें चूड़ी अभी तारीफ नहीं है
Get as much as
लवी लवी चौका सैम यूब दोबारा चौका लगा दिया सैम यूब ने 3 चौके
kilometers on that. And the size of the Farhan was like Qatar there. Minus this boundary, but
बाउंड्री लवली बाउंड्री सैम यूब
probably expect that. Sad that the bowling attack doesn't have many runs to defend, so they can't experiment much. They have to follow what's on offer. Well, interesting to see how this power play goes by. He's lifted up.
लवली शॉट छक्का
More height. So it,
चौ ओ नहीं क्या छोटा
but that's the fairness as well. You may think it was a miss hit, but previous delivery, Midon was at long on. He came into the circle. Hence, one feels that's a free hit for him. Risk in it. We all know if there's
निकालो
there are no runs. Trying to bowl it. They're trying for wickets all the time, looking for something special. And more often than not, the pitch also tends to look flatter.
हैं
Try harder. This was discussed, if you remember, back when the team was in Pakistan, that it is slightly on the unfair side for the bowling attack to be tested when the batters are unable to put bigger scores. You're asking them to bowl
इतना
at the
तो
opposition
पता है
when not too many runs
वही
are there and they don't feel and pressure the opposition. But bowling, it's about going through your processes, building tops, thereby pressure,
45
partnerships,
43
forcing the batter to make
43
the mistake. Can't search for wickets in all. And you just end up
44 43
batters.
44
But the approach of the
43
two teams, the attitude, the clarity in execution, there's never reacted to it. It's only Chavira. But as of now, look at the two batters.
जब पूछो
So confident, so free in playing their shots. As Lanka's
जाओ
यार उठा ही नहीं जा रहा। ये मोबाइल देने में
आहिस्ता
was late, trying their
वो
luck.
अंकल दुकान पे है इधर नहीं है। ये पानी पानी हो गया है। निशान पड़ जाएंगे इधर आ। तुझे किसी काम तो लगा है, ऐसे वेला पड़ा है।
Satisfied there is a gap between bat and ball, that line. Go back to field umpire Jamara, please. Jamara, you can stay with your seat. Stay, make your seat.
Bat and ball, nothing in it. They lose the review, Sri Lanka. I wonder what prompted him to go for that review, because Kusal Mendes never ever reacted to that when he collected the ball. Chamiro was the one who always wanted it. But when you play out here in the Umbella, something that can happen is with the strong wind, depending on which direction it's blowing. There are players who could hear and who could not hear.
45 44
That could be a reason. We've seen that happen. This time he flashed his hard at that. It had a bit of width available and he went on with it. But just a single, that's how quickly it traveled to the fielder in the deep. Ball turned, bounced a lot more.
ये लगा
Other batters just couldn't get that timing right. It just looked so different. And that could also come down to the fact of where they are at. Pakistan, Sri Lanka played against each other not too long ago. Pakistan were dominant. They seem to be a team that's improving. But more questions. Or Sri Lanka just unable to get that monkey off their back. End of over number 5 is 55 for no loss.
आड़ी कर ले
तो ऐड टू कार्ट है इंस्टॉल
तो पास
ऑनलाइन
में चला दिया आड़ी कर
एनीटाइम
दो
हर
नंबर
जगह
देना
चले
कौन सा
फायदे
गलत
पे
हो
फायदा
गया किसी
दे
काम
पेपा
नहीं आता
आज
अब
ही नेट बैंक से करना
क्या कह रहे हो?
पेपा
आड़ी
है
कर ले यार
पाकिस्तानियत है इंस्टॉल
कोई काम
ऑनलाइन
नहीं आता आपको
एनीटाइम हर
ये मैं
जगह चले
सही तो
फायदे
पूछ
पे
के आई हूँ।
फायदा दे
तो फिर क्या किया
काम आज नहीं किया।
अच्छा जाओ आड़ी कर ले
मुझे कहते हैं इसी काम समझे आप लोग।
तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है इंस्टॉल ऑनलाइन एनीटाइम हर जगह चले फायदे पे फायदा दे पेपा आज ही नेट बैंक से करना
100 of 11. Required is now
आड़ी
just
कर दो
4.9.
अपना
So that helps their cause.
कहाँ ना कितनी बैठ गई
ये
Diksana will continue. He is bowling his third over on the trot.
ऐसा
In the
बोला
power
बोला
play. Done for 16 for him.
नंबर से कितने दूसरे
31
But Noah Tushar are really getting nothing though. 2 overs for 31. The ball not swinging, not dipping. Slow ball tends to dip. It was preferred
बॉल
over
ठीक है डेट
Ishan
बता
Malinga for this game.
एक सात
As he did lose his place in the team in that tri-series back in Rawalpindi.
ए इसके सामने कर दो
Well, maybe Matisha Pathirana might be that option for Sri Lanka to turn to, who's a lot quicker and he's a banker in the death overs. Wonderful part of the world, Sri Lanka. Wherever you go, there's nature to soak in.
किसी काम में
It's talking about the role definition. Just before the start of the World Cup, every team is trying to get their best combination ready. in recent times, when you look at the Pakistan 11 in this match, so to speak, has picked up. As his favorite zone, he favors that. It's the stronger area where Saim Ayub scores runs and he gets yet another boundary.
Geez, they're playing some wonderful shots. Hasaranga loosening up. Well, he's not going to have many runs to bowl to. Because both
मुझे
openers.
यहाँ से इधर आ जाओ, कल पे हो जाएगी, इसमें इमरजेंसी कल पे हो जाएगी बस। नजमा यहाँ से हट जाओ यार, बात मान ली करो। सोफे तले छुआ है, ओए
Oh,
ओए
he's missed it completely. That no-look shot has become a no-look
सैम
wicket.
ज्यादा ऑन थे,
Dikshala strikes has been rewarded for being consistently into the stumps, and this time beats all defenses. Pakistan lose their first.
काट दो आगे
A
काट दो।
breather for Sri Lanka. Dikshana. Almost 100. That deviates ever so slightly in towards the left-hander. The celebrations tell you the story of how the Sri Lankans are feeling at the moment. Saim Ayub's gone for 24, 59 for 1, Pakistan.
विभाग है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले।
जी?
विभाग आज ही नेट बैंक से
समझ क्या नहीं आई?
विभाग है तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले। फायदे पे फायदा दे। विभाग आज ही अपने बैंक से बनवाएं। विभाग है तो ऐड टू कार्ड है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले। फायदे पे फायदा दे। विभाग आज ही अपने बैंक से बनवाएं।
यार लाइक तो करते जाओ यार, लाइक तो करते जाओ, जो है बैठे लाइक तो करते जाओ यार, सब्सक्राइबर मैसेज कोई लाइक तो करते जाओ यार, लाइक तो एक नहीं हो रहा यार, लाइक करते जाओ।
Pakistan captain walks out at number 3 with that last wicket of Saim Ayub. First T20 international in Sri Lanka for the captain. From being told for
यार लाइक करते जाओ यार, लाइक करते जाओ। सैम जो बाउंड हो गया यार,
didn't get any part of the bat onto that. As you mentioned, Russ, slight deviation did the job. Power play is done. Pakistan 59 for 1.
विभाग है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले। फायदे पे फायदा दे। विभाग है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले। विभाग आज ही अपने बैंक से बनवाएं। विभाग है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले। फायदे पे फायदा दे।
Pressure was on, but Pakistan would be happy with what they see on that scoreboard.
लेकिन बात सुनो क्या कहते हैं, जल्दी करो।
59 to win this.
काटिए फिर कॉल दोबारा कर दिया उन्होंने।
हेलो अस्सलाम वालेकुम। कोई इम्पोर्टेंट ही ना है, बस 2 मिनट वेट कर लो, फिर करते हैं। सुबह से बात नहीं होने लगी।
यार जो लाइक के आ रहे हैं यार, लाइक तो करते जाओ मेरे भाईजान, लाइक तो कर दो यार। लाइक करने में क्या है, मैच दिखा रहा हूँ हमको, लाइक तो करो ना। लाइक करो यार, जल्दी जल्दी चैनल सब्सक्राइब करो, लाइक करो जल्दी जल्दी से यार, और तो कमेंट भी करते जाओ यार, कमेंट भी करते जाओ साथ साथ। मैं अभी दिखाता हूँ मैच, अभी सर अभी 2 मिनट में मैच वापस शुरू करता हूँ मैं। सैम जो आउट हो गया यार 24 बनाकर। एक मैसेज है। यार अभी दिखाता हूँ मैच, आपको भी दिखाता हूँ यार लाइव। यार लाइक करते जाओ यार, जल्दी सब्सक्राइबर जो जो मेरे साथ बैठे हैं लाइक तो कर दो यार। यार लाइक करते जाओ मेरे भाई, सब्सक्राइब हैं जो लाइक कमेंट करते जाओ यार। बताओ कौन जीतेगा आज? सैम यू आउट हो गया 24 बनाकर। अब सुमान अली आगा और सैम साहब सब ज़्यादा।
All out in 19.2 overs. And here they are with 66 more required of 78 deliveries.
तो भाई वो चैट स्कोर चाहिए देखो। मैं सोचा था पाकिस्तान 10 विकेट जीतेगा और सैम यू आउट हो गया।
Now we operating from the grandstand end.
Wind behind him now. We've been given the flick from the grandstand, in fact. In previous years, the commentary box situated just above the side screen on the far end, between the two teams. Now we got a new spot. It's quite lonely out here. It's just us. There we are. But fabulous facilities, plenty of room. There we are. Enough room to spread our feet, be comfortable, and for some, sit on the floor and not be heard.
यार लाइक तो करते जाओ यार, चैनल को लाइक तो करते जाओ मेरे वीडियो, लाइक तो कर दो यार।
Everyone's calculating.
Don't tell me they're texting each other.
Could be. Quick single, good single there. Not letting any opportunity go wherever there's a run possible. It's just a push, and he played it to the fielder, backing themselves.
A lot of work for the fielder to do, and had to take the long way around, run round Chamira. With Pakistan's captain, 63 required then of 75 balls, well under control. This chase. Babar Azam, Salman Ali Aga in at 3.
Catch it is the ball, and it's been dropped. A tough call. Dive forward. Thought he got his fingers underneath it.
Thought he had it, Dasun Shanaka. Never easy diving forward though. Sri Lanka need those to stick. Have a closer look. Thought he could carry. Oh, that's a drop in fact.
Done all the hard
सैयद
work, but
अफगान का
just
क्या
forgot
छूट
to hang
गया है, चांस मिल गया है.
on to the ball.
Yeah, another slow one worked.
R. Sridhar. Poor
Boundary,
slightly
lovely,
towards that
lovely
leg
boundary.
side. Broke in as to serve. Sri Lanka's fielding coach here, leg by signals. Farhan not happy. Neither is Malingan. He wants runs given to him. Yeah, that's off the bat. Leg by signal by the umpire. That's why Farhan's not happy.
He's trying to elevate that over that short fine fielder. He still managed to get that boundary. Yeah, he was not a bat on that. No wonder.
यार बताओ कितने ओवर में मैच अप हो जाएगा?
He was a little upset. So the last ball of the over now.
ना
70.
बड़े बड़ा स्टैंड ले हो जाकर भागकर.
The first delivery ball by Hasaranga.
He doesn't really have the luxury, obviously, of the runs he would have liked to have had. But having said that, you would have expected the Sri Lanka-Pakistan batters. They just didn't let the Sri Lankan opening bowlers, particularly Nuwan Tushara, even attempt it.
8 ओवर 5 पॉइंट का स्कोर, एक
Batters, it was
विकेट,
evaporated in no
1
time
आउट.
when they were able to find boundaries against Tushara. And that brought a lot of pressure on the other bowlers. Forced them into experimenting a lot. And that's where Pakistani batters gained. Forced them into experimenting a lot. And that's where Pakistani batters gained. And gained big time. 9 done, 82 for 1.
9 number 82 per 1.
पाकिस्तानियत है इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीथिंग हर जगह चले आज ये नेट बैंक से करवाएं तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीथिंग हर जगह चले फायदे पे फायदा दे आज ये नेट बैंक से करवाएं तो बैंक कार्ड है इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एनीथिंग हर जगह चले फायदे पे
क्या?
फायदा दे आज ये नेट
समझ में
Right, 82 for 1. Well, we all know that Sri Lanka went through a very difficult time in November of 2025 when Sri Lanka was struck by a cyclone by the name of Dinpa. But this is exactly what we could do, donate to the government of Sri Lanka via that portal. The government has established a rebuilding Sri Lanka fund under the Presidential Secretariat, governed by a joint government-private sector committee. That is to make sure that credibility, efficiency and strong oversight is maintained. And also I can tell you that the tri-forces, the police and the national and regional administrators, they've all clearly worked hard to provide relief. And Sri Lanka Cricket and many other corporates have joined in, individuals have joined in. So, well, the call goes out, the clarion call goes out that everyone should support the rebuilding effort of Sri Lanka.
Yeah, hats off to this nation. This nation has dealt with quite a few calamities. But they stood up, never gave up, and rebuilt. It's time to rebuild again.
I can tell you one thing, I mean, just getting back to that very quickly, that Sri Lanka is a nation, as you very correctly said, have never been defeated. They've always overcome as a nation. There have been many situations that they have to face, including this one here, where Pakistan's hitting boundaries for fun, but Sri Lanka as a nation has always overcome.
ये स्टिक यहाँ पकड़ो
That occasion,
ये स्टिक पकड़ो
Pakistani captain Salman Ali Agha, he has looked very positive from the onset.
Well, it's a little bit too easy at the moment. 40 of 63, no real threat from the Sri Lankan bowlers. Just making it easy. Yes, there are oohs and ahs, but don't really think that's a concern for the Pakistan batters, because this partnership also, 31 of 23, so you could see the domination. Now it's down. And from a T20 point of view, it has to be a walk in the park from here. Unless, of course, something seriously goes wrong.
Yeah, Pakistan can get over the line in a jiffy, especially if that man in the picture stays out there in the middle for Pakistan.
Well,
नौ ओवर 5 बानी 91 स्कोर 1 आउट सैम यूब आउट हो गया अभी तक सारे हैं
smiling a little bit more.
Innate outpour of emotions from Pakistani coach.
Smile. I mean, don't look tensed.
Looks relaxed.
सिंगल
All right, that's a
इसी
different,
बार डबल
different
नो
interpretation.
नो डबल नो
Pensive for you.
हो गया डबल हो गया भाई डबल हो गया बच गया ऑन तो
10 overs done, 93 for 1.
10 ओवर 93 स्कोर
इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले। बेबाक आज ही अपने बैंक से डलवाएं। बेबाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले। फायदे पे फायदा दे। बेबाक है तो ऐड टू कार्ट है। इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम।
Adesso guarda, me la chiedo quella. Oh, la signora. Ecco, vabbè.
It's a cruel game for some.
Oh, 2 आउट हो गए।
Batter with Pakistan needing just 35 or
भाई
58. That's his
हमारे कप्तान
record.
साहब आउट हो गए हैं भाई
Good
मेरे।
strike rate over 130.
अब फखर जमान
Average
आ
under
गए हैं।
25. That's a
पुराने
bowling
में 2
for
आउट, 2
106
बारी, 10
innings.
ओवर 2 बारी,
But someone who
2 आउट।
opens the batting in the middle order in this T20 format. Right, they brought in a slip. Now let's take a look at the field. Let's try and understand what Hasaranga's trying to do. Obviously, he's looking to give him a lot on the leg side. The fielders, he's got 5 on the leg. He's opened up the offside, and he's going over the wicket with a slip.
यार लाइक तो कर दो मेरे वीडियो, लाइक तो कर दो यार, चैनल लाइक करते हो यार।
Now this kind of a field plays against a left hand tells you that the leg spinner is going to bowl outside the off stump. Spin it back and then take it away from the
यार
left
बताओ
hander.
कितने ओवर में
That's why
मैच
there
अप
is
हो
a slip
जाएगा?
in place.
And he's
ये
also got
किसकी
extra
नजर आ रही है?
cover
मुझे
open.
फिर अभी तक पाकिस्तान की नजर आ रही है।
And he's looking to bowl that leg stump line. But Salman Ali Agha, he'll be mightily disappointed. That delivery was just 82.8. Gentle full toss, found the man at long on.
Wasn't able to middle the ball, kick off the ball, surprise at the batter, and that's why no elevation, no force behind that stroke.
Been a good over. He's bowled the right line. He's looked to bowl wicket to wicket, or as you said, maybe around the off stump, spin it back, keep extra cover open, and just
Right,
allow
हमारे
the left-hander to work it away on the leg side. Now he's going round the wicket with 1 ball to go. Right down the track. He wouldn't mind it, Hasaranga. Though Fakar Saman gets it into the open spaces for 2 runs. 96 for 2.
इसे गया मुझे।
पक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड ATM हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे। तो ऐड टू कार्ट है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड ATM हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे। आज ही अपने बैंक से बनवाएं। तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड ATM हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे। आज ही अपने बैंक से बनवाएं।
Striking at close to 150. Pakistan got
पहले
plenty of
50
time
से 2
to
रन
get over the line. They
बाकी
just need
हैं।
33
देखो
more
50
runs.
होती है पूरी या नहीं होती।
9 overs left. And Shamira's back. He's bowled 2 overs for 16. Usman Shamira has been good, has kept himself fit. Bowled with good pace. One thing about him is that he's not someone, at least the new Chamira we see, he's not someone who's looking to bowl out and out pace, but he can crank it up to that high or mid 140s, but generally in the high 130s with far better control.
That's coming of age, maturing as a fast bowler. He's learned how to set up a batsman, and that's why he doesn't try
लाइक करते जाओ यार, चैनल को
fast.
लाइक कर दो यार, चैनल लाइक कर दो।
Every delivery. There was a slow delivery outside the off stump. And that
डबल
was
हो गया,
dropped.
डबल हो गया, डबल हो गया। ट्रिपल, टीम स्कोर।
And what an innings it has been by Farhan. He's 850
50 फ्रांस the 50 कैप्टन।
in his last 5 innings.
पहले 50
Which
पाकिस्तान की
talks
हो
of the
गई।
quality this man brings into this Pakistan batting.
सैम यू
The umpires
माशाल्लाह
would
खुश
want
खुश
to take a
बैठा
look
हुआ
as
है,
to
अल्लाह
whether
से
it was
खुश रखे।
cleanly hauled in. This is the captain, Dasun Shanaka. Wholehearted effort. I think he's fine. He's done well. He's done well. I think he saved the single. But what about this man, Farhan? What an innings he's played. Outstanding.
35 पर कॉमन
Yes,
स्कोर।
evolving day by day as a batter.
33 नंबर 50 हुई है।
Sabzada Farhan.
साहबजादा फरहान की। और इधर से 50 होने वाली है।
His
इधर से
demeanor
50
out there
होने
in the
वाली
middle
है।
tells you he has found his game,
बट अब आगे सकते हैं।
and he's pretty confident with that.
That's space on. That is space on from Dushman the Chamira. Surprised him. Surprised Fakar Saman. The previous delivery was a slow
फखर
one.
मान आउट हो गया लगता
This
है।
one, look at that. 143. You spoke about
Fakar Saman
coming
out
of
हो गया।
age. And this is Dushman the Chamira for you.
व्यू लिया गया, देखिए क्या होता है।
And it was a well-directed bouncer.
नॉट आउट, नहीं आउट नहीं हुआ।
Short fine leg comes in. Mid-wicket goes out to the boundary.
100 इस बार पर हो जाएंगे, या सिंगल होता है या चौका होता है, क्या होता है देखते हैं।
Wide down the leg side. Now,
नहीं
let's
भाई, इस बार
try to
वाइड बार
understand from a
100
batting
पाकिस्तान।
perspective. Fakar Saman batting on the off stump.
और
against
फखर
Dushman
मान
the
मुझे
Chamira.
स्लो नजर आ रहे हैं। फखर मान को स्लो नहीं होना चाहिए, स्कोर तो
He's
पीछे नहीं है।
looking to cover
तो
the
26
angle
को
which the
29
bowler
स्कोर
is
बच गए हैं। फखर
looking to
मान
create.
स्लो खेल रहे हैं।
But the bowler was offline on that occasion. He's got a different style of batting, and that's for sure. Fakhar Zaman.
Those leg side areas are covered, so opening those leg side areas wouldn't give him too much because it's just like that. You just get a single.
Yeah, talking about Sabzada Farhan. He came out gun blazing. From the word go, he was very positive. He pounced on every opportunity to score boundaries. Wasn't afraid to hit the ball aerial. But What really impressed me, the way he handled the leggy Hasaranga. We all know that he bowls with a low trajectory, and he was very low in his stance to be able to deal with those deliveries. Clever thinking, and it worked.
This time taken.
3 out.
Shot
साहब
with the
जरा
catcher.
फैन आउट हो गया.
Farhan goes. It is Dushman the Chamira who strikes. And Sri Lanka have got a third wicket.
Yeah, it was Roshan who put focus on Sabzada Farhan. Commentators curse, and he's walking back. Nevertheless, good contribution from him.
मैच फंसा हुआ मुझे नजर
51
आ रहा है.
from
देखो क्या
56
करते हैं.
deliveries. No timing, no elevation. Let's hold out. It's 101 for 3.
Out for 51. Farhan, it's 101 for 3.
पार्क है तो ऐड टू कार्ट है. इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम, हर जगह चले. फायदे पे फायदा दे. पेपाक, आज ही अपने बैंक से डलवा. पेपाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है. इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम, हर जगह चले. पेपाक, आज ही अपने बैंक से डलवा. पेपाक है तो शॉपिंग बेशुमार है. इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम, हर जगह चले. फायदे पे फायदा दे. पेपाक, आज ही अपने बैंक से डलवा.
Usman Khan, the new batter.
सलमान खान आया. देखिए क्या होता है. सलमान खान आ गए हमारे. सलमान खान
24 matches to his name since he's made his return from the
T20
UAE.
24 और रन्स हैं इसके 355. और देखो क्या होता है. पहली बार पर आउट होता है या इसके छक्का चौका जाता है. वेट होगा इस बार का. सिंगल.
Again, a shot trying to elevate that Saibzada Farhan just over that mid-off fielder. Just couldn't get that desired elevation. And played it straight to Dafn Shanaka there. Maybe suggesting that shadow practice that probably a little wider than what he managed to play. 27 more required with Asaranga now in operation, bowling his final over.
12 ओवर 102 स्कोर 3 आउट.
1 for 13 for him. In this setup now ahead of the World Cup, Pakistan has shuffled the roles for the batters.
यार लाइक करो चैनल यार. लाइक तो करते जाओ मेरे भाई. लाइक तो करते जाओ. लाइक तो फ्री क्या है भैया. कमेंट लाइक सब्सक्राइब करते जाओ. जो नए हैं सब्सक्राइब तो पूरे करो यार.
He batted 6 and 7 also.
फिर 6 सब्सक्राइब कम हो गए.
Included Tri-Nation. So it's an
उमर
advantage
खान
to
बच
have a
गए आउट
batter
होते हुए
like
यार.
him for your captain and for your head coach who can easily just blend in anywhere where they feel it's required. Wow, that really died on him.
Another good googly. That one almost through the defences. Inside edge gets off
40
strike.
पर 26 स्कोर चाहिए.
So
40
it's
पर
a huge
26.
advantage of your
ये देखे मैं 10 ओवर
lineup
मैच अप होना चाहिए था.
alternate between roles and fit in to any situation.
मुझे प्रेशर
which
नजर आ रहा है.
T20 cricket,
प्रेशर लेना
any
नहीं चाहिए टीम
situation
को.
can come
टीम
about. And
पाकिस्तान
if
टीम
you've got
प्रेशर ले
enough
रही है.
skills in that batting lineup, you say there's a couple, as we know, big names to come back into this lineup heading into that World Cup. That the guys who get the opportunity here in
यार
these
लाइक
games,
कर
these
दो यार.
series, you
चैनल
really
लाइक तो
take
कर दो यार.
advantage. And you give yourself the best practice, in inverted commas, for the World Cup, not far away.
Yeah, he closed the face of the bat. Asaranga still at it. Even though it's 26 required, he's going to surely make life difficult, especially when the two batters are fairly new in the middle. He's got a challenge of a battle of his own going on with the batter.
Throw throws a leg spinner in this time. Well, 3 googlies in a row. The previous one to the left-hander was, oh, I tell you what, so close. I don't think he would have needed to appeal for that one. And he's on target. He's got some confidence. He's had a good spell here tonight. He's asked some questions. That's what you want to see from a world-class player.
What Pakistan batters have done well is looking at Hazaranga's spell. They just look to knock him around. They haven't tried
15 ओवर में
anything
लगता है मैच
flashy
अप होगा
against him,
जाके
which is why, yes,
आप
good
बोलो
figures
आप
for him,
कितने
1
आ
for
रहे हैं
16
मेरे
in his
ख्याल 15 ओवर में
final
मैच अप
over,
हो
final
जाएगा
ball. But they've looked not to give too many
15 या
wickets.
16 ओवर में
Played within themselves and cleverly so. The power play went for 55. So that is a huge chunk out of this total.
Fakhr Zaman will keep strike as Pakistan move to 106 for 3.
बेबाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले
यार बताओ कितने ओवर में मैच अप होगा
बैंक से बनवाएं
बोलो मुझे लगता है 16 ओवरों में मैच अप हो जाएगा बोलो कितने ओवरों में मैच अप होगा यार बोलो सही ना आपको क्या आइडिया है मेरे देखे में तो अप हो जाएगा मैच तकरीबन 16-17 ओवरों में और आपका मैन क्या काम करता है कितने ओवर में मैच होगा और यार चैनल तो लाइक करते जाओ लाइक करो कमेंट करो यार परेशान में बैठे हो आज आप सब ना लाइक हो रहे ना कमेंट हो रहे हैं 600 सब्सक्राइबर कम हो रहे हैं सब्सक्राइबर ही पूरे करो यार और सुनाओ क्या हाल है कैसे हैं आप
Well, the bowlers restricting Sri Lanka to 128 and bowling them out inside 20 overs. Dhananjaya bowling change. Another bowling option. Not much to play with at the moment at this stage of the match. Down the wicket and gone. He's completely missed that.
फकरमान आउट हो गया यार
What do you know? You come into the attack and you've taken a wicket. First sign of aggression shown by Fakhr Zaman, but he was nowhere close to that.
फकरमान आउट हो गया यार मैंने कहा ना फकरमान आज निकलेगा और ये नजर भी आ रहा था
Really well taken. Just going past that leg stump and he finished the job
क्या
really
कर रहे
well
हैं
there.
फकरमान क्या किया है तूने
Just trying to finish it here. Zaman. Really good work there, Dhananjaya.
अल्लाह के इनसे
Second
स्कोर ही बन
delivery.
गया
He walks past
29
one.
स्कोर ही बन गया इनसे आज
That's right. Well taken.
ये अभी
Great
इन्होंने
work behind the
T20 के
stumps.
वर्ल्ड कप खेलना है इंडिया के साथ
Some
8 फरवरी को इंडिया
commentators.
पाकिस्तान में
Saman's
मैच है
gone
यार
for
क्या कर रहा है
five.
फकरमान
Pakistan 106 for 4.
बेबाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है इन स्टोर ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर
देखा
जगह
जाए तो इनका इंडिया के साथ मैच है 8 फरवरी को इंडिया पाकिस्तान का फखर जमान ने क्या किया है फखर जमान ने 8 गेंदों में 5 स्कोर बनाकर चलता नजर आया वाह फखर जमान वाह देखे इंडिया से हमने मैच खेलना इंडिया से जीतने हैं आपने क्या कर रहे हो यार सैम जो तूने क्या किया फखर जमान तूने क्या किया हमारे कप्तान साहब ने क्या किया
फायदा दे
एक आउट होने पे लाइनें लगा के बैठ जाते हैं
Shadab Khan, the new
शादाब खान आ गया भाई शादाब खान अब देखते हैं ये क्या करता है
making a comeback. It's June 25 in this T20 format. He's in.
भाई इनसे मैं कहता हूँ ये 29 स्कोर है ये बन जाए तो 23 स्कोर है
In his first ball. There he is, out with the bat. When you look at Fakhr Zaman, when these connect, they look strong. When you miss it, then you ask the question, was it really necessary? The ball is keeping low. He went after it.
So a lot of players also know that when there's someone who's in there to finish the job, don't leave it to someone else to finish the job. You do it yourself. Make sure no one else is needed in the dugout.
Yeah, when you look at the equation, 23 required of 38, you say you're still in good hands. But the other side of it, Pakistan have lost 3 wickets for just 12 runs. This being the last one. 7 for 4.
पाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले, फायदे पे फायदा दे।
A strong start as Pakistan side in their pursuit of 129 runs. And Saimayu steady and powerful at the same time in that power play, taking 59 off it, set them well on their way, but they lost some wickets. As we've mentioned now, 3 wickets very quickly, 94 for 2, 101 for 3, 156 for 4, so just losing their momentum. Saranga leaving the field, that's a bit of a worry. You always worry about injuries leading into the World Cup, and he's come off the field.
I think he's had enough. Could probably that attempt that he did trying to catch that ball, where it was hit hard in the covers, the tip of his fingers. Here we go. The construction of the Jaffna International Cricket Stadium and is currently underway. The landmark initiative represents a significant step forward in promoting cricket development in the northern part of Sri Lanka. The same got 10 pitches in the centre, 138 acres to play with. And of course, once it's up and ready, the northern province, of course, will be one of another beautiful centres that Sri Lanka will have for international cricket. You look at that and how the ball is keeping low, you just wonder, had they got 150, it will be a different ball game. And there was an opportunity because they lost 4 wickets for just nothing. 126 for 6, and they were all out for 128. Even at the last 2 overs, 12 balls, they managed 20-21 runs, they would have reached 150. It wasn't to be. And credit should go to the bowling attack, both spin and quicks, which made things easier for the batters, and Pakistan was able to put up that score in that power play. Wide.
Trying to charge it, yes, Shamira trying to create something. Keep got excited for a moment, but then says, don't get excited, boys. I think I got that one wrong. A wide. Signalled after all of that. Shamira charging and trying to force the issue. Every now and then the wrist just goes a little bit, and that's what tends to happen, goes down the leg side to the right-hander.
When you appeal as a keeper, you just get your captain's attention. And in this case, Shanaka just wondering, what did I miss? Wow, he made it look so easy.
चौका गया, चौका
Play
काफी
that behind the square on the
चौका चला
outside.
गया है, कोई चीज बांटनी नहीं चाहिए, चौका चला गया
Look
है।
at that shot again in the replay.
Shadab, he's had a good day. In hand, and now assured, punching it. Behind point. Quickest bowler on display for Sri Lanka this evening. Frustrating. Down to 15 runs needed now. Bit off up in the ring. Shamira trying to strive to knock those stumps over. Shadab gets some opportunities to score here. There's no doubt about that.
Saw him coming down and dropped it short, but Shadab was equal to task. And he's played that nice and clean to mid-wicket for another boundary.
And he's seen enough here. Shadab, he doesn't want to hang around and take any more time than he needs to. Shamira saw him coming, dragged the length back and charged him and pulled him away very confidently, and really a terrific stroke. just short of that boundary. So a big over here, 11 off it. So look, we've seen this evening quite a few occasions from the Sri Lankan fans and skipper.
They've come out
10 स्कोर
and
बच गया पाकिस्तान को मैच जीतने में, 10 स्कोर।
opportunities to
और
really
16 ओवर जो कहा था 16 ओवर में मैच लेके जा रहे हैं, मैंने आपको कहा था ना 16 ओवर में मैच जा रहे हैं, वही 16 ओवर में मैच जा रहे हैं।
scare, but they have come in, families, younger ones, and probably would like to see a little more or better fight in the remaining two T20 internationals. A nation that loves this sport. Overs have been bowled. 119 for 4.
बेबाक है तो पाकिस्तानियत है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले। बेबाक आज ही नेट बैंक से बनवाएं।
Just 10 required now from the last remaining 5 overs. John, if you were to dissect Sri Lanka's performance today, you were in that dressing room, what would you, or where would you start?
A little bit concerned about how they started in that power play. They didn't really look to assess conditions very well, and every stroke they tried didn't really come off, and pretty ineffective, to be honest, and lost the initiative. I felt where they could have gained some initiative in that first power play where they've been so good in the recent past up front. Before the game we spoke about how they scored almost 10 and over in the power play in recent past, and now today that is where they failed. So it was really disappointing. The bowling creating some opportunities, but the batting front is a real worry for them. In the middle order once again, to find a better start, somehow get off to a brighter start, and also some of the top 4 going to do the bulk of the batting. Some coaches might say, let's have a few rounds of golf. We don't need to play extra these days. Some coaches have got some interesting methods.
Some big names with the team who need no introduction. I mean, Omsana Jayasuriya has been around, the head coach. Lasit Malinga, who better to have in the team as your bowling head. In recent times, just more to do with enough runs being put on board with the bat. And there's no shortage of talent there. You know what the opening slot is capable of. Kusal Mendes. They found someone very good in Mishara. We'll come back to that. 122 for 4.
बात है तो ऐड टू कार्ड है। इन स्टोर, ऑनलाइन एंड एटीएम हर जगह चले। फायदे पे फायदा दे। बेबाक आज ही नेट बैंक से बनवाएं।
122 for 4. Just coming back to Sri Lanka and the capability that they have. Pathum Nissanka, how good has he been in recent times? In the year 2025, he's been absolutely amazing with the bat. It's just about having a certain level of luck. Asalanka into the attack. Also the change of captain. Very recently, Sri Lanka handing the reins back to Shanaka. If I'm not wrong, they won that Asia Cup back in 22 under his captaincy. Yeah, it's gone through. That's another aspect. They'll revisit the fielding. Not the first time that the ball has gone to the field and has passed through.
Seems ever since power play in the first innings, they've been trying to play catch up in this game. Pakistan have been really good, kept taking wickets in their first innings, and now they got off to a very good start. They took the momentum towards the back end of that first innings that you mentioned, 4 wickets for not many, into their power play, and they really have never looked back. Pakistan, they're pretty clinical today so far. Pressed by Bra. There was. We talked him up so nicely earlier before the game. 4 overs, none for 40. So that was a bit disappointing from his perspective. But from the early on, Mirza 3 for 18. Wasn't junior, 2 for 7. 2 for 25 from Shadab. So all the Pakistan bowlers really performed admirably today. Big shot out to square leg. That should be it. 2 needed. They're coming back. And safely home. So Usman doing the job. A final stroke to get themselves over the line, and it's been a
मुबारक हो पाकिस्तान मैच जीत गया है। ऐसी जीत का मेरे देखने फायदा कोई नहीं, कैसे जीते हैं।
Yeah, Pakistan go 1 up in this 3-match series against Sri Lanka, winning this one. A strong win, comprehensive win by 6 wickets. First bowling Sri Lanka out inside 20 overs for 128, and then finishing the game off with 4 wickets, but rather 6 wickets in hand, and well, over 3 overs to spare. Lots of things that they would probably revisit Sri Lanka, but Pakistan will feel happy. Quite a few boxes ticked. What a comeback he's had. 2 for 25 in his 4 overs, Shadab, and then finishing the job with an 18 not out. And he's announced his arrival again. That's a good problem to have for the captain and coach when you've got players around you with so much variety, spin options that are available to Pakistan, and then of course what he can bring with the bat. So it's been a worryless win for Pakistan, starting off with the bowlers doing a brilliant job, and then the batters, especially in that power play, is stamping their authority. Dr. Janaka got a day off and probably just get his think tank together and assess a plan and see what has gone wrong, and then come back to you after stronger, because that would be something that he would prove to himself. It's in their own backyard.
That's right. They've been really good. When the toss decided to have a bowl, and they bowled brilliantly in all departments. They looked really accomplished. Got themselves off to a perfect start. This T20 series, 1 of 3 games. Game every couple of days. This game on the 9th, the next game on the 11th. Talked about coaching Mark Hesson. Done a really good job since joining Pakistan national side, and he's got huge experience, particularly in T20 cricket, RPLs he's done over the years. Think of all the teams he's coached. New Zealand national side as well. He's top class, and top class work in the chase from Pakistan. Where Fahad, he had a brilliant effort up front in that power play, struck it to all parts for a brilliant half century, 51 of 36, and after that, well supported by Ayub, 24 of 18, a good opening stand of 59. And then Sri Lanka never really
मुबारक हो आपको, पाकिस्तान मैच जीत गया है और आपके सामने हैं कैसे जीते हैं। तो देखा जाए तो ऐसी जीत मैंने नहीं रखती। आगे इन्होंने इंडिया के साथ खेलना है मैच, इंडिया पाकिस्तान का मैच है 8 फरवरी को। तो ऐसी जीत जितने कम स्कोर थे ना, मुझे देखने में मैंने क्या ये मैच तकरीबन 10 ओवर में अप कर जाएंगे। वैसे मेरी टीम की तारीफ हो रही थी, वैसे नहीं हो यार। इंशाल्लाह ताला आगे देखते हैं क्या होता है। और मेरे चैनल लाइक करते रहो, सपोर्ट करो मुझे, और सब्सक्राइब करो और कमेंट किया करो। इंशाल्लाह ताला आगे हम मिलते हैं बहुत जल्द। ओके, अल्लाह हाफिज़।